What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Lineman Life Live. We are here Wednesday. It's the TIERMAKER stream, y'all. Hope everybody's had a wonderful hump day. Because now we're going to get into some sports. And, just to kind of talk about one of the big breaking news stories that has reared its head, even bigger than that of the Washington football team and their debacle with the NFL. We're now hearing about the NHL and the Blackhawks. And this is something that's far more serious, a lot deeper. And it goes back, to some pretty, it goes back about 10 years, but it's really, some really fucking crazy shit, for lack of a better word. But I'm going to let 5 Points speak on it a little bit to kind of bring it in, because I'm not a huge hockey guy, but this is a huge thing, and he knows it more than I do. So, 5, go ahead, let him know a little bit about this story. I'm going to share this screen here while he's doing that with the video we're going to look at afterwards.
No problem. So, yesterday on the dumpster fire, a huge story broke where there was a player on the Chicago Blackhawks who was called up during their Stanley Cup run, and he was named in court proceedings as John Doe. And throughout the Blackhawks did an investigation on themselves. They paid for an independent investigation, and he was named John Doe in the report. Well, today that player comes forward. His name is Kyle Beach, and what happened was he was sexually assaulted by the video coach for the Chicago Blackhawks, and there's Tree who knows a lot about this as well. He was sexually assaulted by the video coach. He reported it. He reported it to his superiors. He went up the chain. Everyone ignored him. The organization swept it under the rug. He was subsequently mocked by other players on the ice in front of media, and he suffered trauma from it. No one would believe him that this happened. The person in question, Aldrich, was eventually fired though because of this. He was actually offered.
He wasn't fired. He left the organization,
right,
and the Blackhawks gave him a letter of recommendation and references.
Right. They basically gave him the option of resigning, was what happened, or they would make it public, or something like. They basically was like they gave him the easy out, and then he goes on to further his sexual assault career by assaulting a young, an underage person, ends up in jail. He's since gone to jail and has been released. But this person is an awful person, Brad Aldrich. What he did to Kyle Beach, and now we're finding out the true impact of this. And there's going to be more aftershocks. There's coaches are going to be fired. Management, general managers, people that knew about this incident that swept it under the rug. It's going to get ugly, and that's where we are today. But there's just the courage of Kyle Beach to be, not named in the report, and then to come out today and get in front of it, because I think eventually he was probably going to be outed because people could figure it out. And look at him getting out in front of things, which is the right thing to do. So it's an awful situation, and I don't know what the right words are to say about it, other than it was terrible, and the Blackhawks greatly mishandled it.
Here's my question, though. Why the hell is Joel Quenneville coaching tonight? If everything that Kyle Beach said was true, why is he behind the bench? He's coaching for the Panthers right now against the Boston Bruins.
I think he's being called into a meeting. Do you want to play
tomorrow?
The video?
But you think you'd have a leave of absence, though?
Yeah.
Something immediately, like instantly. Well, there's a video here. Let's check it out real quick. Frank Saravalli put it up, and this is about, a minute 42 seconds. Let's check it out, and maybe they get us some info here that we don't quite have yet.
After management was told about what had happened, Brad Aldrich remained with the team for weeks. What was that like, watching him on a daily basis interact with the team, seeing him at the parade, getting a Stanley Cup ring later that summer, having a day with a Stanley Cup?
To be honest, Rick, I think the only way I can describe it is that I felt sick. I felt sick to my stomach. I reported this, and I was made aware that it made it all the way up the chain of command by Doc Gary, and nothing happened. It was like his life was the same as it was the day before, the same every day. And then when they won, to see him paraded around, lifting the cup at the parade, at the team pictures, at the celebrations, it made me feel like nothing. It made me feel like I didn't exist. It made me feel that I wasn't important. And it made me feel like that he was in the right and I was wrong. And that's also what Doc Gary told me, was that it was my fault because I put myself in that situation. And the combination of these and him being paraded around, them letting him take the Stanley Cup to a high school with kids after they knew what had happened, there's no words to describe it, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's some heavy shit.
So I read that
Holy
transcript
shit.
before. I read
I'm-
his comments. Hearing him deliver them make it so
Yeah.
much.
I'm
It
halfway
made that-
through
it
the
made
interview
that shit.
myself. Like, it's just like, it's powerful shit.
Yeah, it's
Like,
And now
that's
you
like,
understand why this didn't come out for
nah,
years, because you're
man.
supposed to be like, let's suppose it happened to a football player,
Yeah.
like say like a running back or a wide receiver. Nobody's gonna believe him. They're gonna think,
Nobody's
oh, you're
gonna
faking
believe
it, or you deserved it, or like you're supposed to be this macho babe fucking athlete. You're not supposed to be victimized by a video coach that puts on porn and starts masturbating in front of you. It's like, and allegations of like forced blowjobs too, like a lot of that stuff too. So, I mean, that's sexual assault.
Any way you slice it, shit.
Anyway,
Yeah,
you slice
it
man.
makes, and we talked about this before the show. It makes me wonder, like how manipulative and how awful this Brad Aldrich guy
It's not
is.
even manipulative. It's not even Aldrich. It's the boys club mentality of hockey. Because the problem is, if he comes out about this, he's labeled as a team cancer, a terrible player. They fuck over his entire career. I mean, if you actually look at
Yeah.
Kyle Beach's career, he was on a positive trajectory until that moment, and then he just stalls out in the AHL and just doesn't become anything. He never played a game in the NHL. He was a top 10 pick. I think it was like 10th or 11th overall. And like there was like like a coach from the Rockford Ice Hogs said like, oh, the assault Aldrich is still hanging on his mind as if like wasn't a huge deal. It's like it's a terrible situation all around. And as I said, Coach Gwenville knew about this, and he's coaching tonight.
Yeah, he's getting fired.
Wow.
Yesterday I said he probably survives because maybe he has some culpability.
I mean, well,
But
the
it
thing
looks
that they
like a
knew
lot of
about it,
people
he's
knew.
done. Shovel Dayoff's done. Bergevin may be done too, even though he's not directly linked. But because he was part of that brass of the Blackhawks, all three might be done. Bergevin has the best chance of surviving because he's not directly linked with any of this.
You got to run up like behind the fucking bench and grab him tonight.
Yeah, I don't know why he's coaching. You figured he'd have a leave of absence or something.
Like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
No
You can't even let that cat.
And
coach
it's the same
run
thing with
tonight
it's
off that
the
shit.
same thing with Gruden. It's like after that shit comes out, how can you trust him in the locker room?
He coached the whole fucking
How?
weekend. He was there till what, Tuesday or Monday of the next week?
He came out on
he was-
Friday. The first
Yeah,
time
yeah.
came
Friday-
out on Friday. For
Yo,
Gruden.
the extra comments, and then it's like you can't
Right,
coach.
yeah.
Oh, on Friday was the extra comments. I thought that was that's when I
No,
first
Friday
saw
was
it.
the first comment. It was the one
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Maurice Smith,
Yeah.
and then
Maurice Smith,
Tuesday
yeah.
came out. It was the main comments.
After Mike,
Well, you can
Tirico.
eliminate that one email. It's like, okay, it's a blip on the radar. That shit happens.
Right.
But once the other stuff comes out, you can't survive that.
Yeah,
And Coach
after-
Q, it's the same thing. Like, you can't survive that in a locker room. And I've never been in a pro locker room, but you lose your
No, you
respect
can't.
for a coach. Like,
You
that
can't.
stuff can be taken out immediately.
You can't
Even in any locker room.
You're fucking done.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, there's no way. You can't survive.
This
Yeah, that was
motherfucker come
awkward
walking
when
in the
Mike
locker
Tirico
room
and-
like, "Hey guys, we're gonna So we're gonna go full pads today, bitch. Fuck you.
Damn.
Full pads, bitch. We ain't doing nothing. We gonna play some dominoes right here. Fuck
Right.
you.
Yeah, you're about to-
Urban Meyer lost a lot of respect, and he was trying to get some pussy. So
Right.
I don't know.
Well, he didn't fly back with the team. That was his
Right.
Yeah, that's where they
I heard
got
of.
pissed because he ain't fly back with the team, and he was already kind of acting like a bitch, through OTAs and stuff. So the fact that he did that pissed him. That pissed off players. I'm quite sure.
At the very
This
least,
right here,
you have to sit in front of all of us. Tell us
bro.
exactly
This shit
what the
right
fuck
here.
happened. I mean, you're still fired.
This shit right here is like there's players who are
This
part
is
of this
nuclear.
shit too, though.
Yeah, players taunted him. The thing is like if you're a player though, like, and Tree, you said that it's the boys mentality,
Good old
right?
boys club.
boy
But
clubs.
if you're a player and you need someone that has your back, right? Your coach is supposed to have your back, especially on shit.
It's part
like
of a
this.
union. Yeah, they sniff
Right.
out weakness. That's any locker room, any organization. They
Right.
see like the being vulnerable as weakness. They see like being withdrawn and just like alienated. They see that as weakness. And
Mhm.
I mean, I've seen people deal with that. I've dealt with it myself. And it's just like they don't
Well,
go to your cause. Nobody does, because the end of the day, you take it out on yourself. You abuse drugs and alcohol like Kyle Beach did, or worst case scenario, you put a bullet in your head.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say, shout out to this guy for just being alive.
For
Yeah,
real.
exactly.
Yeah,
They
like
fucking gaslighted
He
this
talked
dude.
about
it's
for
crazy
years.
because
It's a miracle
a lot
that
of people don't even
didn't
know-
have any type of incident. Could have
Mhm.
easily.
hell yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, he
Everybody-
had mentioned in his interview, like he said, he had abused drugs and alcohol as a way to cope, and he lashed out at people. So
Yeah.
All the things that we see now, and just to kind of look at it on the other side of the scope, right? Like all the things that women talk about when they talk about sexual assault, that we like hear it, but nobody can really understand that shit like they can. And now
And
here you have a man again, the NHL, which is something like football, right? Like
Man
the
sport.
most macho, the most alpha of the alphas. You know what I mean? Like people who
I think they got us.
they're-
These
know what I
fuckers
mean?
are crazy.
I mean,
Out there playing with
yeah,
broken
I
legs and
mean,
shit.
hey, I don't have an argument against that, but the fact of the matter is these guys are guys who are conditioned to never show pain,
Mhm.
Can't.
never show weakness,
never shoot.
and that's
Well,
something similar to football, where
Hockey
you're not
culture
like
where
they'll
mean,
listen
you-
to you now, but
Yeah.
you still
Oh.
get those looks. You still
The
get
one
those
thing,
looks
too,
to,
is
talk about
especially-
things that you're hurt by.
especially after like hockey playoffs, you get the huge injury reports of players like playing on broken legs, broken feet. Like they call them lower body injuries. It's like
Right.
it could be either like a skate scratch or it could be his entire leg's broken. Like
I'm just saying, if
doesn't matter.
you play a sport where it's a regular occurrence to get hit and spit teeth out,
Yeah, no one has
Yeah.
to.
and then
yeah,
continue to play, like literally they'll
Yeah.
just spit a tooth out. They'll get gauze in their mouth and be like, next shift, I'm good.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
We good.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
Get me the fuck out of here.
The problem
I'm not
is like
doing
if they
that.
lose that spot, they might lose it forever because there's going to be someone else that takes
Yeah.
their place.
And because one thing about hockey that I always felt that hockey's been the one sport here in the U.S. where the players get fucked over a little bit more than football players do, because football being the most popular sport in the country, the NFL being the most profitable entity in sports, the players don't make the amount of money that they should, even though players make a lot of money. But if you look at the NHL, their shit is like even lower, and really their shit is not even much higher than it was pre like our 2010 CBA, where contracts kind of exploded. Like their shit is still down there like mid 2000s level
Yeah,
contract.
10 mil a year in the NHL is a big deal.
You know what I mean?
Annual
Like,
That's
10 mil?
franchise caliber player.
If you're in the NBA and you're making 10 mil a year, you're like bottom
You're on the bench.
third, bottom
You're a
fourth.
bench
of the
player.
roster.
You're the
They're
sixth
like
man.
laugh at you.
Yeah.
They look at you like you're impoverished. Like, oh, 10 mil a year?
he
Get
can't
outta here with
he
that.
can't go to Caicos with us.
Yeah,
Wow.
You don't have any money. All right.
But no, this is a crazy situation, and I'm sure we'll hear more about it as the coming weeks, or not even coming weeks, in the next 24 hours. I'm sure we'll hear some more about it. I feel like this is going to start up kind of a national kind of discussion in a way, because this is a guy that it's happening to, and this is not something that that is, we don't see this. So this now shows that it happens on both ends of the spectrum. So there now needs to be attention brought to it on a level that can actually like weed out these motherfuckers who do this type of shit. Because they only do it half-hearted with the women. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like, let's be real. They don't care. They don't care about the women. Like all that gymnastics shit, all the gymnastics drama that happens. Like, that's the worst shit that could ever happen to a group of women. Like the worst shit you could ever imagine. And it took them fucking a decade to get this dude. Like over a decade. He went through hundreds of women. Hundreds.
Yeah.
Like it's frightening. It's frightening that someone
he's just going to prison
with it. Right.
And he just
Jerry
now
Sandusky.
Sandusky. You know what I mean?
Decades.
Right.
Yeah.
Gordon Stuckless a couple days ago, a couple hockey examples too. Gordon Stuckless, Maple Leaf Gardens, sexually assaulted dozens of underage boys. One of them committed suicide in the late 90s. Graham James was a hockey coach for the Swift Current Broncos, I believe it was. Or I think it's another team like that. He assaulted several future NHL players, Theo Fleury and Sheldon Kennedy. That was a big issue in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that was juniors. So that's
And
like underage
it just circles back to these people are the worst type of people because they're evil and they manipulate situations. They groom their victims. They spot them. They know how to teach them to stay quiet.
Psychologically break them down or wrap them around their fingers.
They're master manipulators. Yeah. And it's sad. And I think people like that are such scum. And this Aldrich guy, if he hadn't gotten caught, he'd be on to more bigger, like every time didn't he do something to a kid though? He did something to an underage kid. Every time they do it and they get away with it, they get better at it, and that's scary. And then when they see like their organization, like just like what Kyle said, like or when they feel like he's in the right and the victim's in the wrong, that's how that dude just operates. This Aldrich guy. And it's terrible. And I don't, that's why we all, as human beings, need to be diligent and listen when someone says something is like that. But it's also really difficult because doing the right thing is difficult. It's easy to
because it's an inconvenience a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
It's an inconvenience. So people will take the path of lesser resistance. If they, if you leave them to it sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. Yeah. And, this, I think if nothing else, and that's like, I have to say, if nothing else, but if nothing else, this shows that it's not, when women say it, you got to listen to it. You got to be a little bit more like, open to listening to it. Cause it can happen to the most manly of men. And it has happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just as destructive to this guy as it is to women who have it happen to him. Like you could tell the dude's like that's trauma there in the deepest way. There's trauma there in the deepest way. So you can't and he was really, women feel like they can't say it. This motherfucker, maybe twice as much as they felt. He felt that because it was like you could never allow something like that to happen to you. You're supposed to be a fucking man. He's supposed to be Mr. Alpha, the toughest dude on the block, like y'all said. Like, yeah. So that has to hurt even more.
Right.
But we'll keep up with it. We'll keep up with it. Sure, there's going to be more info coming out soon enough. So, anyways, let's move a little bit forward into the lighter part of the show.
I think anything is lighter now.
Lighter part of the show.
Lighter part of the show. Jerry Sandusky. All right.
Oh man, it is the tier maker that we are going to go through this week, week 8 in the NFL. Last week was blowout weekend. I feel like last week was like a lot of teams just getting their asses handed to them for no particular reason at all. But I think even more now we're seeing some shifting and some maneuvering, but there's still a few teams that have kind of solidified themselves, at least for the moment, because it's kind of bounced around the last 3 or 4 weeks. But there's 1 or 2 teams out there in the NFL that have kind of made their statement, and we got to listen to it because them boys had some great games.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already done so. We got a $10 super chat here from Terminal Sports. Appreciate that. It says when it's appropriate to talk about it, the new ECHL team in Savannah, Georgia, have announced their name, the Savannah Ghost Pirates. The logos are sick and the colors are perfect. Can't wait to see them. Well, appreciate that, Terminal Sports. Appreciate that. New team, new logos, Ghost Pirates.
I had no idea.
Sounds a little bit
They are on the coast.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean ish. But that's cool.
That's a moneymaker. Shit.
Yeah.
All right. So we got our first game of the week here. We got Green Bay at Arizona. Arizona's actually minus 275 on this.
Heavy
line. Arizona, I mean, I feel like they're the real deal. They've been proving it.
Yeah, they are
both the bad guys.
They are definitely the bad. I said this last week when they won. I said the road to LA goes through Phoenix.
Yep.
So
Ooh.
Literally
Green Bay. I mean, yeah, Green Bay's holding it down right now as well.
I mean, the winner of the game
wins
is
this game?
cemented as a bad guy. Whoever comes out on top.
It's a Thursday night game, right? No Devontae Adams.
Thursday night, no Devontae Adams.
No,
I don't know.
Somebody else is out too.
Who's their DB that's really good? Jair Alexander, is he back?
Yeah, Jair Alexander. I think he's still out, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Kevin King is healthy, so that's a bad
That's a detriment
for the Packers. I think Arizona takes
Watt and Hopkins.
Yep, Watt is out, actually.
but Watt's out. Yeah,
Out or not practicing?
he's out.
Okay.
Green Bay's got Lazard and Devontae Adams are out, and then half their secondary. That's what Panzerschreck DS says.
Without Lazard, DVA, and half their secondary. Yeah, I think Green Bay is going to get torched. It's going to be a nice statement game for the Cardinal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think either way, whoever loses the game, it's kind of inconsequential. This game doesn't really matter to their playoff picture or playoff or divisional dominance at all.
I mean, Green Bay can still afford to lose a couple.
It's a good matchup. It's a good matchup.
It's going to be okay, but you never know with Thursday. That short week, you never know what kind of game you're going to get. It could be a blowout. It could be a sloppy close game, or it's never like the greatest game ever. So
yeah. No, that's true.
A lot of brothers.
There's only a few classics on Thursday Night Football, and they happen to involve the Jacksonville Jaguars getting ran over by fucking Derrick Henry for like 200 yards on like 4 carries.
Yeah. What was it? I mean, how many regular season games do you really look back on? I guess the Rams and the Chiefs that won the 55 to 52 game or whatever. That was a great regular season game.
It's pretty rare. Something big has to happen. Game. Some type of record fall.
The Brett Favre game. Yeah, you got the Brett Favre game. You got hold on now. Monday Night Football. You got like there's some classic Monday Night Football games. For me, the game that Steve Young got knocked unconscious on the field.
Oh God!
I was say, a lot of them probably center around injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Something memorable.
Antonio Freeman's catch, Improbable Bobby, I think it was, right? Improbable Bobble. I think that was a Monday night game.
Bobble.
Yeah, where he like fell down.
Yeah, I think that was a Monday night game.
And it came off his foot, and then it bounced off the foot of the DB who was falling, and then it landed on his chest.
I can't think of a Thursday night game where I was like, wow, that was a great Thursday night game. Like it was.
I think there's like 2 or 3.
Maybe Thanksgiving Day game.
Yeah, I was gonna say some old Thanksgiving Cowboy games.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh yeah.
Always
Remember the
the
Thanksgiving
Lions
Cowboys
losing.
game in the
With
snow
the
against Miami?
turducken.
I think it was.
Oh yeah. Leon Lett.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Leon Lett. Yes, sir.
What are you doing? Whoa.
All right. All right. So
We just got a 50 bomb.
Nice.
hold on. I did not see. Here we go. Kevin Michael Von Magnum. Sorry, Uche, I couldn't stay in that after show discussion last night. Yeah, we were talking a little bit after Dumpster Fire. We had a pretty good convo. It was an interesting convo about the government and Civil War. Anyway,
On a lighter
This
note,
was after Allah.
Yes, and for our more lighter stuff.
anyway, given the holiday time, what was the creepiest paranormal experience you all had? Any haunted stadiums? Ooh,
I don't believe in ghosts. I will
haunted
say that
stadiums.
one time when I was 13, we went and stayed with our buddy up in Fort Totten, New York. And he lived in the base commander's house on Fort Totten because my dad was in the military. So Ronnie Gibb, the family that we were staying with, they lived on this old like turn of the century like house. And the only place they had for me to sleep in was the attic, and it was just the attic.
Oh, hell the fuck no.
I was 13. I did not sleep. Okay. I did not go to sleep.
You could hear every creak and creak and squeak of that house the entire night. And you just look up like, please don't let it be a demon.
I just had the blanket up to my neck because that will save you if there's a serial killer.
If you can't see it can't see you.
If you can't see it, it's not there.
Right. The axe cannot go through the blanket. It
doesn't exist. Can't see you. I can't see you. You're not there.
Oh man. Me, honestly, dude, like I don't think I've had any like paranormal experience with like football. But I mean, hell, I know after I watched the Blair Witch Project the first time, I laid in my bed late at night. I'm like 13, 14, and I literally swore I could see shadows moving in the darkness.
See, that shit didn't scare me because I knew it was fake.
See, that shit fucked me up. I was like, oh my God, is there really a such thing as the Blair Witch? I mean, I was fucked up off that. But appreciate that super chat, Kevin. Really do appreciate it, man. We had a great conversation.
What about you, Tree? Do you believe in
What
ghosts?
about you, Tree? Yeah.
My mom does. She's heavy into that shit. Me, it's like maybe there's something out there, but I don't know.
Until I see it, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Some weird shit, but it is what it is.
I mean,
yeah, if it's out there, it's out there. I want to now. I do want to have an experience. I do want to meet aliens. That I do.
Oh yeah, I think
UFOs,
that will happen.
I'm totally into that.
Way more likely.
Totally
just take
into UFOs.
mushrooms. You fucking see.
I mean,
fucking do some acid.
I've been there. I've been there, done that.
Never look in the mirror. That's all I have to say.
Just never look in the mirror when you're tripping.
Never. You got another super. But anyways.
Oh, yep. We got another one here. Greg Mean 999 super chat with long training winding down for I am Florida. I am Florida. Is that a school or training?
Yeah, maybe he's yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I'm seeing it.
Oh no.
Long training winding down.
Ironman, Florida.
For Ironman, Florida. Yeah, Ironman, Florida. Wanted to say thank you to you for the laughs during the long training nights. Also, Uche, that Dick Donut story nearly had me fall off the treadmill. I'm telling you, man. Hey, I did a video on this. If you want to see the video, go into my playlist, First Encounters playlist. It has the donut story. It's in there. It's called Donut Gate.
Donut Gate.
It's fucking 16 minutes long. You'll enjoy it. I go in thorough detail. I give the whole timeline on all the pranks that we had going on that season. So go check it out. But appreciate that super chat, Greg. Hope you're having a good time getting ready for that Iron Man, and good luck to you when it comes. Now, let's get back to these games. Next up, Carolina at Atlanta. Atlanta's minus 155 in this. Carolina has totally shit down their leg and turned into a cesspool of literal boiling trash.
They're getting worse every day. Every
That's
day.
it. Their
And
offense is so
Sam
bad.
Darnold, there was questions at first, like he was actually decent, and now he's
Wheels fell off.
yeah.
Completely.
Adam Gase is just sitting there like,
Oh no, he's not doing that. Adam Gase is still bad.
That's true. Adam Gase is terrible. But at least he still has a little bit of justification. He's just like, y'all gave me Le'Veon Bell and Sam Darnold, and y'all trying to hate on me,
Right.
Okay.
I mean, at what point do you just swallow your pride and call Cam?
Cam Newton. I don't know, man. That he doesn't seem to be getting many calls.
Right. I think it's a wrap
because
for him.
they've seen his arm. You can't throw a football anymore.
I love Cam Newton as an Auburn fan to the core.
I
love Cam Newton to deep in my heart, but I know that he's washed. Unfortunately,
he's washed, dude. I hate to say it as well, man, but he's washed. That's really what it boils down to.
And if he hadn't taken so many big shots and just ruined his shoulder, I mean, he was one of the greats of all time. I mean, no one's never seen a quarterback that big do the things that he did.
Got like a fucking DM.
No, I agree. He definitely changed like the perception, or he changed the way that the quarterback position could be played. Not in just scrambling, but actually like combining the strategy of your team behind his physical like prowess. Like they designed plays for him to just go up the gut and fucking bulldoze people. And that does take away that does wear and tear at you. I mean, eventually, because he could take those hits. Eventually it was going to get to him. But where do we have him on our tier maker? Now for the Panthers, I mean, not Cam Newton. I feel like they're one game away from being boiling Port of New York sewage.
Oh God! Wow.
Port of New York sewage.
Falcons are bad too, though.
Falcons are bad too.
Well, they are, but they'll probably be 4-3.
Better than the Panthers.
Yeah, they're better than the Panthers, but that doesn't mean you get out of that category, though.
Yeah, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is healthy. Anytime you have Matt Ryan
healthy.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts is a dog.
He is.
Kyle Pitts is balling. My goodness. I mean, that's the only thing that's keeping that offense going, really, to be honest.
That was a can't miss pick right there. Can't miss.
Can't miss on that one. Get your money out. All right, next up, we got. My God. I'm surprised that this money line isn't bigger than this. We got Miami at Buffalo. Buffalo's only minus 760. I mean, I feel like if you're going to, they should be like minus 12,000. like the expectation should be you got to put up, you got to put a down payment on a house to make money betting on them.
Division rival too, and one that they've been just beaten up lately. Like Buffalo's mad too. Coming off that L.
They've been stewing for the extra
They had a whole bye week.
They've just been festering.
They had a whole
Buffalo's
bye week.
the bad guy.
I still think they up there.
Yeah, they think they're bad, and they're going to show it on Sunday for sure.
One fucking play away from winning that game.
Yeah, Miami's just laying down like a cheap hooker. They're just not
dead legging. They just dead legging.
They're just. Did you ever hear that story? LT would send prostitutes to the opposing team's running back and give them orders to say, "Wear him out. Make sure his legs are weak." I'm like, that's 40 chests right there.
Hey, LT, send him to the left guard's house too, please.
Yeah,
that's 40 chests. 40 chests. Miami's just a beach dolphin.
Send him to the left guard's house. You can send it to 5 Points Vids too.
Okay.
No,
I'm probably I'm a lot cheaper than the running back.
Yeah.
All right, next up, since we all know where they all stand in that game, next up, we got the Niners, who are actually favorites going into Chicago.
Oh my God. Two awful teams. Like two white belts fighting each other.
San Fran's minus 210. Minus 210. Chicago, man, and I'm actually looking at their film right now because I'm going to do a quick breakdown on just how bad their strategy is. Dude, I've been watching their film. This team, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like, they're running the wrong plays against the wrong defenses. Like, they're not even running the right plays for the scenarios they're in. And it's getting Justin
for
Fields
you guys
destroyed.
when y'all know that your team is fundamentally bad, like that they're not calling the right plays, like what do you do? Like, do you just do like no?
You start complaining to your position coach. See, this is what we did. This is what we would do. Because I remember it's who we were playing. We were playing Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. This was 2009. No. This was 2011. Fucking Mike Mularkey. And
Mike Mularkey.
And dude, we were running like our game plan was going to center around like our inside outside zone and play action to tight ends, play action to dump downs. We had a tight end screen and a running back midfield screen for the running back. We got in the game and and our offensive coordinator that year was previously the offensive coordinator for the Cincinnati Bengals, which was red flag. Jesus. But we just started running these plays that were just like didn't feel like they had any rhythm at all, right? We kept going 3 and out. We get to the sideline. Fucking Andy Heck walks over. He's like, "You guys want to run the fucking ball?" I'm like, "Yeah, we want to run the fucking ball." He's like, "All right, I'll pass the word down." So fucking here comes Blaine. Blaine comes walking over. He's like, "You guys want to run the fucking ball, right? Like, you guys want to run the ball, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, we want to run the fucking ball." It's like, "Yeah, that's what I fucking told them." I'm like, "Oh my God." So, there's a style of communication there where complaints get kind of sent up the chain. And, even when Jack Del Rio was in Jacksonville, he would come over to us and be like, he'd go past Dirk Cutter and come over to us and be like,
"What's going on?
You guys want some more up the middle or y'all want some more outside?" We'd be like, "Motherfucker, we need some dives so we can have direct fucking physical confrontations. We ain't trying to chase these linebackers right now. We want to rough them up, then we'll chase them." You know what I mean? And they would listen to those kinds of things. But when you look at like Chicago, I mean, you can see all of the things that Justin Fields is not aware of that's happening around him that he has no idea. He's just calling the play at the line. He's not even like paying attention to the safety is in front of you, bro. He's gonna blitz. They're blitzing.
But he knows so little though, right?
Bears are giving him no favors though. Like, he should not be starting.
Yeah,
he shouldn't be starting, dude. He should not be. He does not.
Like, the Bears told him there were 12 players on the line, and that's why he forced a throw. It's like, what are you doing, Bears?
Yeah.
Like there's a true disconnect somewhere.
Yeah, this is his development year.
All right, he's going to be traded for a third-round pick.
Bears are going to lose. The Niners at least have Jimmy G, so they have a chance.
Well, the Bears have a defense though, so they can skate by on that.
First time those words have been uttered in like 3 years.
Where are we putting these Bears?
Spare some change for sure.
Yeah,
I think they're getting worse.
Only because of the defense.
Niners or don't give me hope. But they're like halfway.
They're very close to spare some change.
They probably have a couple match. They have another game with Seattle, so they'll win that one.
All right, next up we got Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Cleveland's actually favored in this game. They're minus 190 on the money line. This is Baker's out, right? They shouldn't be favored.
No, he may be playing.
He took first team snaps. That's the report I read on Twitter that he's taking the first team reps because that motherfucker's tough.
I mean, it's a non-throwing shoulder.
Yeah.
That's why they're favored.
It's gonna hurt like a motherfucker.
Still.
Yeah, that shit's not. That don't matter. It don't matter what shoulder.
I mean, I'm definitely aiming for it as a defensive player.
Yeah, I would be. Yeah, I would be.
So he's
going to regret that in like 10 years. He's going to regret that he ever played on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When he has a fucking porcelain shoulder.
Actually, it might not even be that. It might be in a couple years.
Yeah.
True that too. Hell yeah. Hell
So
yeah.
he can
The
rub some
glory-
All
money.
right, so I
You can rub
got
some
them
money
in
on it.
fight. I got them in fight for the right.
Yeah, they're
because
gonna fight for
still-
the right.
They're relevant. They're relevant, and I'll give the Steelers the same. I'll give them the same grace.
They're still fighting. They're still fighting.
Yeah.
They're still fighting.
They had a
I think
week off. We'll see what
Progressive
happens.
will get him a new shoulder for sure.
Who wins? Because Pittsburgh isn't
That's
it like a
tough.
pride
I
thing?
like Cleveland, even though they're banged up. I like Cleveland.
I don't know. I mean, it's tough. It
a
depends
good
if the Steelers'
temperature
offense does anything.
I mean,
It's a good
Pittsburgh
I
is
still say
like,
Cleveland, by like a
Right.
couple points.
Pittsburgh is like, we take pride in coming into the Cleveland Brown Stadium, if anywhere else in the league, and kicking their ass every year.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Ben
how
does-
I. That's how
Ben does
That's how I
own the
get
Browns.
here.
It was the greatest joke. It's like, where's the best place to be a Steeler fan? Cleveland, because they never lost.
Yeah, I think Ben has like the first or second
Most wins
best
out of
record
anyone
against
in that Brown
any-
Stadium.
Yeah, it's something insane.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if Pittsburgh loses,
Wow.
does anyone have enough courage to ask Mike Tomlin about another college job?
Oh hell
Just to
no!
fuck with 'em.
Those
Just to
motherfuckers
fuck with
don't
'em.
even.
Listen,
There's
As
not even
big
a
as-
reason to do that.
as
Why
big as
would
Mike-
you leave unlimited job security?
Right.
Right.
I would hate to see Mike Tomlin's eyes staring at you like you're crazy. As big as those two things are, I'd be like, oh
Hey.
wow, he's about to knock somebody out staring at him like
I
that.
feel like
He just-
laser beams are going to shoot right out of his
For
eyes and
real.
melt me into vapor.
I can feel the heat from his eyes burning in the back of my head.
Oh, boy.
We got another super chat here from Jason Gaines, $10 super chat. Appreciate that, Jason. He says, Justin, what was it like being on Hard Knocks in 2014?
Ooh.
Also, I'd smoke a cigar with Brian Cox, who was the D-line coach at that time. Also, remember the undrafted rookie D lineman Cupcake? Lol.
Goodness. A lot to unpack here. So on
Hey,
Hard
y'all's
Knocks,
D-line coach was our D-line coach in Jacksonville, right?
I believe so. I mean, we're like Eskimo brothers, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah,
As many fucking coaches went back and forth between our two
for real.
organizations. On Hard Knocks, anytime I saw a camera pointed in my vicinity, I would just start spewing the most obnoxious shit just so I wouldn't be on TV. I mean, if they, I imagine the fucking audio is out there somewhere, but it's like I'd be fucking canceled. This shit came out now.
Did you pretend you had
get it.
Tourette's?
I mean, all the
Shoot.
offensive linemen, like no one wanted to be, any
Yeah, I
part of
wouldn't
this
have wanted to
shit.
be on that shit. I would not have wanted to be on that. That shit is literally just, I mean, if you think about it, Hard Knocks is a show about behind the scenes footage of coaches talking shit about players, and it always ends up being the guys who don't make the squad
Yeah,
who
it's
get
like-
the most shit talked about them.
Right.
You know what I
You
mean?
can't
So
look
it's,
at guys.
it's exploiting those players who ain't gonna make it.
Right.
You
Well,
know
you're
what I
not
mean?
going to talk shit. You don't want to be on camera on the record talking shit about one of your guys that makes the roster.
For
That guy's
real.
gonna look at you like you said what about me?
Right.
So
Okay.
let's talk about Hard Knocks.
Heard you had some stuff to say.
I never
Right
would
here.
have. I remember they were trying to get Hard Knocks in Jacksonville, and I was like,
Fuck that.
"Fuck that."
It is
They
the
not gonna
worst.
like what they see when they come hanging around me.
It is the worst. These motherfuckers are everywhere.
Ooh, that's
You
what I'm
just never
saying. Because
know.
if they would have, because they definitely would have tried to follow me to my car, and I definitely would have got my car and lit a blunt right in front of their face. Like, yeah, back up, back up.
So my friend
Get outta
Roy
here.
was on the Ultimate Fighter, and he lived in the Ultimate Fighter house. And he said, like, anytime that they because they made them bunk together, anytime that they
Yeah.
had an interesting conversation, the door would fly open and the cameras and lights would come in and shit. And he said after a while, you just learn not to talk about anything interesting. He was just
Right.
like,
Yeah,
"Fuck
you just
It
stop. You
was
just
like,
stop
yeah, I
talking
don't-
about cool
yeah.
stuff.
yeah. He's like, all right, I'm going to sleep. You too? Yeah. All right.
See you tomorrow.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
do it again.
Yep.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. All right. So next game we got here, we got the Eagles at Detroit. Eagles are minus 190. I feel like that's going to be. I feel like I would put my money on Detroit in this game.
Same
It
here. I
has
think
to
Detroit
happen.
can pull it out.
Detroit has got. Yeah, this is the end of the losing streak for sure.
Yeah, this
For
is
sure.
it. This is it. They get it this time.
They have suffered
They
enough.
get it this time.
The football
sh-
gods will finally it's going to be like the Super Bowl for them, like
Oh,
in
Lord.
front of their home fans too. Yeah, it's done.
Are we sure someone has to win?
Maybe there's a tie. We don't know.
Nah. This is it for them. They've waited
Yeah.
long enough.
I really hope
They're
this
ready.
Is, I
They're
hope
ready.
this is it.
They're ready for it. I'm rooting for them too. Like fuck
Yes.
Philadelphia.
And
You know
Jalen
what I mean?
Hurts.
For real. Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
bunk ass motherfucker. Fuck
Yeah, a lot of Eagles fans
Shit.
having a little buyer's remorse about
that.
that.
You know,
They
I'm
were like,
sitting here putting all my money,
Christ.
putting my money down on these picks while we're going.
Mhm.
While we're going through them, I just put motherfucking 2,600 on fucking on Detroit
Wow.
to pay out 6,700. I think that's a winner. That's
Okay,
a winner.
let's see it. Let's make it happen.
Hold the
Let's
fuck
go,
up.
Dan Campbell.
So where are we putting these guys?
Oh,
Where are we putting them
really
on the tier maker?
trash.
They're both
They're
trash,
spare some
right?
change.
Yeah.
Spare some
They're
Spare
change.
both
some
spare some
change.
change.
Spare
They
some
just
change.
live in that realm
Yeah.
with them.
Or was it Tree? You said that Detroit's the best 0-7 team of all time.
Well, this is the best season Detroit's unironically had in years.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy
shit.
too.
It is. It is. It
I mean,
really
dude,
is.
I have more faith in them now than I did than they ever did under Patricia, and maybe even some Caldwell years.
Yeah, they
So-
actually have upside. So good on that.
Alex Moreno for $5. Howdy,
Alex.
gentlemen. I must insist it's the Rams' turn, baby. Alex, man, stop it.
Stop it.
Redemption with a Lombardi for the City of Angels.
I don't
We
know about
winning
all
in our
that.
house this year. We appreciate that. I appreciate that $5 super chat there. Now, I don't know about those Rams, winning a Super Bowl and all, but they're going to be in the playoffs. They,
Yeah,
that you should
for
be
sure.
happy with that. You should start with that and be happy.
I think
They're
they
gonna,
have,
they're gonna make a deep run. They're gonna be around for half a month.
they have a bottom
Oh, yeah.
5 run percentage, which does not bode well for a deep playoff run.
No, it doesn't.
I think
Uh,
they'll
I,
be
mean,
Alex
around.
Moreno-
I like Matt Stafford. I love him.
I think he's the best thing to like that. His career, like that, is the best combination that they could have had for him as a player to go to LA. I don't
Yeah.
think any other team would have fit him as well as LA did. But he's gonna be good. He's gonna play. I think he'll play another like 6 or 7 years there.
Oh,
but before
yeah,
he
yeah.
retires.
As long as
Easily.
he doesn't separate his shoulder or anything.
I mean, oh gosh.
Alex Moreno over 269 says, Tree, you shaved. Lol. Also,
Yeah.
long time no see, guys. Well, welcome
Yeah.
back, bro. We appreciate your donation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we got these teams. Let me see here. What we got? Got them set up there. Next up, this one I think is I think this is going to be a really good game. Tennessee at Indianapolis. Indianapolis is minus 120. Tennessee, their entire secondary is fucking gone.
Torn ACLs.
Yeah.
Torn ACLs across the board, but I still think Tennessee wins this shit. Because at the end of the day, if I know one thing about the Colts, they can't stop the run. I don't give a fuck who they got.
And
It's
they have
'cause they're
issues
the
in
Colts.
goal line play calling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's
500
going to be
on
their best defense is Derrick Henry. Is just keeping the ball out of the Colts' hands. So
Yeah, that's all they're going to do. They're just going to give – he's going to have 35 carries. They're going to throw the ball maybe 10, 15, 20 times, and they're going to win the game. It's going to be a slow, unentertaining, very, very dull affair outside of when, Derrick Henry is stiff-arming the life out of somebody,
Right.
and that's going to be that. That's how that game's going to play out.
taking souls.
And because I mean, again, that's just who the Colts are. I don't think it's the players for some teams. It's like that's what the essence of your team has always been, that you cannot stop the run
Yeah.
and you get ran all over. And we're one of the, Jacksonville, we used to take pleasure. Bro, we used to see the Colts game on the calendar. Man, we'd be like, look,
Stat.
this is how you beat the Colts. You just run down their throat the whole game. We gonna run down their throat, and then you just have to hang on and hope you can get like one bad series from Peyton so you can take the last score.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah, they won a lot of games.
And
though.
And that's the rival team that I hated playing the most, Alex. I hated fucking playing the Colts. I hated them. I still hate them. I hate the organization. I hate the logo. I hate the colors. I hate the city that they're in. I hate the state they're in. And I hate the fucking grass that they practice on.
Dude, you went to college in that state.
Fuck that state, except for West Lafayette, Indiana. And they almost had me saying fuck them too if they wouldn't have had a decent win this year. Shit. Anyways, thank you for allowing me to vent, gentlemen. Next up.
Oh, where are you going to put them?
Where are we going to put them? Yeah, my bad.
Colts or don't give me hope.
Don't give me hope. They're the definition of don't give me hope because Carson Wentz, you don't know which Carson Wentz you're going to get. And Tennessee.
I think they're here, but I
Tennessee
also
might
think
be the bad guy.
Yeah, they're halfway here. They're halfway here. One more. If they beat the Colts, which would give them the clean sweep on the division, then I'll move them up. But it's my turn. That's where they're at right now. All right. Next up, we got this one's gonna be fun. Bengals at Jets. Bengals are minus 490.
Oh Lord.
This would have been a tank bowl a few years ago.
It sure would have been.
Yeah, I think that came down to the Bengals versus Jets one year. The Joe Burrow pick. Yeah.
For the Joe Burrow pick, yeah.
And
they literally both teams tried not to win as hard as they could.
Yeah. They tried hard as shit.
Unfortunately, somebody has to win. You understand?
No Zach Wilson in this game, right? Is Joe Flacco going to start?
Mike White's going to be starting. Apparently, Flacco isn't ready yet or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember the plays from last year.
Yeah. Yeah, he was with them last year.
Well, different coach play style, too.
Yeah,
Remember, he went under Gase.
Yeah. Gase is, oh, God.
Yeah, Gase is Adam Gase.
That was the worst of the worst.
He's his own level of trash.
So I feel like these Bengals have earned their way into it's my turn. You know, they still have to prove a little bit. They still have to it's just like they've never been good before. So I need to see more and more to confirm it. You know what I mean? So they need like another win or two before it's like, okay, yeah, these motherfuckers are the bad guys.
Yeah, we're definitely holding their past against them.
Yes, we are holding the history because history repeats itself.
A lot of brand recognition.
There's a lot. We put some small print in the terms of service. Just so you know.
TOS. We got the TOS.
TOS says we are not obligated to put you in the bad guys section until you have shown reasonable capacity for consistent winning. That's my Shakedown Mafia voice.
Shakedown Mafia.
So we got them there. And of course, the Jets are boiling Port of New York sewage.
It's trash. Trizzle.
They very, very trash.
Number 1 overall trash.
Right.
They're so trash, Northern New Jersey's going to cringe and disgust.
Alex Moreno, another 269. Now you know how I feel about the Seahawks. Yeah. That's y'all's big rival.
Yep.
Well, actually, that's San Francisco's rival. That's not the Rams' rival.
Yeah. Well, what would you say is the Rams' biggest rival? I guess. I mean,
they don't have one because they're not an LA fucking team. They're a St. Louis team. So it's like weird. It's like I feel like the Chargers should be y'all's rival because y'all play in the same stadium. So who really owns it?
Yeah, but I don't look at the Jets as our rival because they just suck. As a Giants fan, they're just terrible.
There could be no rivalry, right? Because y'all are the fucking Jets.
Yeah,
suck.
You have to be good. There has to be a back and forth for there to be.
There has to be a back and forth. You're right.
I think Ohio State doesn't look at Michigan as their rivals. It's just another date.
They don't. They look at SEC teams as their rivals every year.
It's like, oh, we got to play you again. Okay,
just a little speed bump on my way.
You see how hard they worked to get ready for you every year, and you're just like amused by it. Like,
that's cute, guys.
Cute. All right, next up, we got. This is gonna be ugly. We got LA at Houston. LA is minus 850. Minus 850.
Rams or Chargers?
Yeah, I was gonna say which LA.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Of course. God damn it!
It's the
Rams.
It's the LA Rams.
Well, either way,
they're going to crush
either fucking way.
Either one.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, the Texans are.
Yeah, just open wide and just take the gigantic dump they are about to
Yeah.
take on you.
I think the biggest news story coming out of this game is a guy that's not even playing or isn't even eligible is Deshaun Watson, whether he gets traded or not. That's where Houston is.
Well, they got like 10 days left or
they're at the
something?
point where the most entertaining conversation during their games is Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. They'll celebrate once they get 3 draft picks and maybe 2 seconds and maybe 2.
Imagine being a Texans fan. God, that's got to be terrible.
Well, at least you got the Astros.
Yeah. Yeah, but
if you're a hometown fan. You know.
yeah, if you're from Houston.
You're a hometown fan.
But what if you only like football? You're just fucked.
Fuck, yeah, that sucks.
Seriously. All right.
Where are we putting the Rams? Are they the bad guys?
I got the Rams, and it's what's their record?
5-2.
5-2.
Yeah,
Quality
it's my
wins?
turn.
It's my turn. It's my turn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my turn.
They're not the bad guys yet.
They're not. They beat some bums. They beat the shit out some bums. Some bums.
That's true.
And that's cool. That's cool. You get points for that. But the Buffalo. I mean, Tennessee ain't even there yet, and they beat Buffalo. Because we still holding the fact that they lost the Jets against them.
That was a dark time.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. The Rams are 6-1.
Oh, the Rams are 6-1. Ooh, yeah. We got to kind of wait. Give me their wins. Who they beat?
Hold on, I'm looking that up right now.
We're over here scrutinizing the shit out these teams that got one loss. Like, no, you still can't get in the club, motherfucker. I don't care if you got money in your pockets.
You're not allowed in the club.
Be like that sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Who those bums beat? I want to know. I know they had some struggles with some teams that they shouldn't have struggled with.
So okay, beat the Bears, beat the Colts, beat the Bucs,
I mean,
beat the
They beat who?
Seahawks. Bears,
Yeah.
Colts, Buccaneers. Lost
They beat the
to Cardinals.
Buccaneers.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one loss. Lost to the Cardinals.
Okay.
Beat the Seahawks. Beat the shit out of the Giants and the Lions.
So they beat the Bucks
Lions,
this year.
Tigers, and Bears.
Yeah.
The Bucks
Yeah,
got
that's the Bucks L.
Oh shit! I mean, okay, you know what?
I mean, there's only one undefeated team, so
I can vibe with that. I'll give them. I'll let them in the club for tonight. All
no
right,
white
bro,
tee-
you can get in.
no white tees though.
No white tees though. Take them white tees off. Tuck them chains in, motherfucker.
No
urban
athletic
wear.
gear.
No
urban
athletic
wear.
game. Take them Jordans off your feet.
Timberland. No Timberlands. You're not allowed to
No
wear boots.
Tims. No Tims and no hoodies.
And no athletic gear and no chains, please.
Yes.
You know what I mean? None of
Shirt's
that.
Too baggy, son.
Dude, I was a
Can't do it.
bouncer.
Can't do it tonight.
Yeah, I was a bouncer at a
None of that.
nightclub. And
Oh,
The-
no.
the policy, I mean, they tell me you're racist without saying that you're racist.
What was the policy?
It was
The white
can't-
no white tees,
no-
no.
no backwards hats, no athletic
Yeah, that's
gear.
the one. That's the
Yeah.
one to me. No backwards hats. That's like
No
okay,
athletic
okay.
gear, no Timberlands allowed, and no tennis shoes. Like you had to wear dress shoes, which I'm fine with. Like, because I mean, we would kick people out just regardless of color. Let's
Yeah,
be honest.
there's people that I would
Right.
point at my club and be like, that person
gotta
cannot
go.
come in
Yeah,
here.
that-
No
you can
matter
spot-
what they say.
That was the job of the bouncer. Was not really. It was to spot trouble before it even walked in.
Yeah,
And
like it
most
would be
of the
like I'd
time-
be watching the cameras and see a guy, and I'd be like, yeah, that guy right there.
Mhm.
Even looking on the camera, I'm like, I'm getting a bad vibe from that motherfucker. He
Yeah.
is not allowed to come in here.
You could
But
be in a
You don't even
Tom
have to
Ford
give him a
suit.
reason.
Yeah,
biggest
doesn't fucking
problem-
matter.
Yeah, the biggest problem were the women, honestly. And I'm not trying to be stereotype anyone or be sexist, but the most violent shit that I would see was like a woman hitting another dude with like a fucking
fucking
glass
bottle.
bottle or some
Yeah.
shit. And you'd be like,
Damn.
what the fuck just happened? Yeah.
I think
like,
that's their go-to.
Like most of the big fights always started with two girls,
Mhm.
almost always.
Yeah, now in my clubs that I owned out here, two girls, those are like vicious fights.
Mhm.
Those are like you have to like get them out the building now because
Right.
there's gonna be blood everywhere.
And as
Oh,
the
If they don't
bouncer,
stop.
you can't really touch them. Like you have
Right.
to, like, because
You
they're
gotta-
gonna say, "Oh, he grabbed my ass. He grabbed my."
Yep,
Like
yep.
you have to like kind of push them. Like it's a
You
strategy.
got to keep
on
them at
getting
arm's
out,
length
or-
and just guide them
Uh-huh.
out.
or get them down. Like get them down, put their arms to the side, and be like, you realize you have to leave, right? Get them to think rationally so they leave on their own accord. It was I mean, like, I learned more about people bouncing than I ever did, like in regular jobs, like how to control situations.
It teaches you how to learn the art of de-escalation.
Yes.
Like, and that's really, I mean, shoot, if a lot of people understood that from a perspective like that, people would be a lot better off. People would be able to like go home at night more than they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There'd be less incidents.
Yeah. So, all right, now let's see what we got. We put we put LA up at the top. All right, they got in there. They convinced me. And next up, we got Patriots at the Chargers.
Ooh.
How the fuck are they playing on the? Oh, they're playing back to back. Okay. I'm like, how are they playing at the same stadium on the same?
No, they're playing
that
different.
Sucks.
Yeah, LA's in Texas. So
what? Oh yeah, that's right.
LA's in Houston. Yeah.
I'm stupid. I'm over here looking. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, cool. Anyways, Chargers -225. I think this is hard to call this game for me right now because of the way that these cats lost last week. But I'm going with the Chargers.
Yeah, I think the Chargers.
Yeah, it's a great trajectory before this past week.
But
it makes you wonder, was this just, one aberration?
Yeah.
Or did they come back to normal this week? Or is
I
that
hope
what we're
it
going to start
was.
getting?
I mean, it is the Jets. It's the Jets.
True.
Belichick always does well against the Jets. The Jets are known for two things: the butt fumble and getting their asses beat by the Patriots 2 times a year.
Yeah.
That's the Jets.
And it didn't matter how much they pounded on their chest that they were a team that was ready for the Patriots. As soon as you got past that first quarter where they were all hyped up, you would just see an ass whooping commence.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I got the Chargers, and it's my turn, and I feel like New England's fighting for the right. It's pretty.
They've had a couple close losses, so it makes sense.
Yeah, fight for their right. They're not no real letdowns with them, but they're also doing a little bit better than kind of thought they would be. Chargers, they got to win this game. I feel like this game is a must win for them.
Yeah,
can't drop 2 in a row.
Gotta have this.
They have to, and they should. But
they should.
The Patriots might pull some shit out. You never know.
They should, but you don't want to underestimate the Patriots. Even though they're they've had some losses.
Sus.
Next up, okay, my team back off vacation, out in the Caribbean for a few days. Jaguars are going into Seattle, and I feel like, and I'm putting my money on the Jags.
I said Jacksonville too.
Wow. The Jags beating the Seahawks. Well, Geno Smith is.
Well, Seahawks are really bad. Like, their offense is atrocious. They have no line. Their defense is still run by Ken Norton Jr. It's not good.
Is this in Seattle?
I'm putting $1,000
I
on these
still
guys.
think y'all win, but
let me take a look.
You might get
it's
a couple.
in Seattle.
It's in Seattle. Now this is the caveat.
You're gonna get some 1st and 15s out of it.
For you bettors out there. I would not argue if you bet against the Jaguars simply because of this fact that I know because I lived it. The only caveat with Jacksonville is that if you look at the last 10 years, if you look at the last 15 years, Jacksonville traveling to the West Coast to play is like atrociously bad. I mean, and atrociously bad as in they lose. We've lost damn near every time. And we weren't even close to winning almost every time. Dude, this is just, let me give you perspective here. 2000, what was it? 2010, 2011. We go to fucking, and this was Jack Del Rio's last year. We go to fucking, we go get our ass kicked in San Diego. We lose like 44-13. And then we go later in the year up to Seattle and we get our ass kicked 48-3. 2 games in one season. We lost by a combined total of like damn near 100.
Jeez.
And I don't think that number has changed all that much since 2010. I think that because I mean we went. Okay, here's another one. We went 2013. We went to play in Oakland, and we ended up losing to Oakland by 2 scores in Oakland. We stayed on the West Coast. Then we went and played again in Seattle again, and we got our ass kicked by like 30 against Seattle in 2013. So that's 4 games that I can give you where we weren't even close. And I think our all-time record on the West Coast is atrocious.
Yeah, it's
So
hard
if you
to
want to
go
bet
out there.
against, yeah, it's hard to play out there.
And that shit's hard enough, even without being on a shitty team.
Jet lag.
Yeah.
Dude. And look, we had an all right team. The Malarkey team was a talented team that had absolutely no coaching at all. But we went out there. I cannot tell you what it was. I cannot tell you what it was, but we could not play on the West Coast.
I mean, if you have that one Eastern kick, I mean, you're talking about 10 a.m. body. I mean,
Yeah.
local. Ugh.
It's bad.
You're waking up at like 7 a.m.
Yeah, and you're
Game
just
meal and shit.
you have to try to force
Dude,
yourself to go
yeah,
back
you have
sleep.
to.
Like,
Yeah, I woke up early as shit when we played against
my
both
pregame
of
meal
them.
is a fucking
every
omelet. I mean, what the
Yeah.
fuck are we doing here? I'm eating, eggs Benny.
So that is where if you wanted to bet against the Jags, if you're somebody who looks at something like that, I would bet against the Jags because there's a chance they're going to get their ass kicked. But I just got that feeling. I'm going with the Jags. Now, what are we? We're not quite New York boiling port sewage trash.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
out.
we are.
You're
Oh,
first.
yeah, we
You're
are.
biased. You are so
Yeah.
biased, dude. Biased.
Yeah, fucking trash.
They are hardcore trash.
Hey,
They are such trash that Urban Meyer's grinding on it at the beachside.
y'all caught me because I was being biased there. I had to catch myself. Y'all were right. I'm like, yeah, these motherfuckers only won 1 game. They're still garbage.
That's what we're here for, man. We're here to keep you accountable.
Woo!
Wow.
Shit. Good job
Steaming.
keeping me, holding me accountable. All
Steaming
right. Now,
shit.
what about these Seahawks? Where are they at?
Rapid free fall. Someone getting arrested?
Because they were up
It's
here like 3 weeks ago, and it was just like, oh,
You can hear the road.
Major street, and it's like a police car just flew by. So
Yeah, every once in a while, you hear a motorcycle go by.
Oh yeah. It's annoying when I try to do vocals at like 3 p.m. and you hear nothing but trucks, buses, and motorcycles drive by. It's fun.
Yeah, my shit is
All right.
soundproof.
Yes.
That's all I got.
I mean, I soundproofed it from is I'm near a window.
No,
Yeah,
my
that
shit
is
is
the
double
problem.
soundproof. I don't care. Ain't nothing coming up in here unless a big truck, an Amazon delivery truck, though.
You know
You
what
do
I
hear
mean?
that shit.
All right. Where we got
Yeah.
these Seahawks at?
Probably spare some change and about
Yeah,
to
they're
shortly
definitely
be
spare. That's
Sparing that
insane.
change.
shortly
And that change for
Hey,
God
the
begging.
boiling
They begging.
sewage. Although they say Russ is on a quicker path to recovery than initially anticipated.
Oh, well,
I don't know what that fucking means, but
Yeah, that's going to be in time to save the season, I'm sure.
Yeah.
right.
He'll need to also play defense, play line, and catch balls.
For real.
Yeah. And
And
be a,
also block for himself.
right.
Yes.
DK
All right, we
Metcalf
got-
can't do it all.
Why don't you play these teams by yourself, Michael?
DK Metcalf, yeah, he can't do it all. That's for sure. We got another super chat here from Alex Moreno. $2 super chat. He says, yo, Justin, that's a dope drum kit back there.
I appreciate it
Likes
very
that
much.
drum kit, man. Then we got another one. He says, geographically, San Francisco is our big rival, but it's been too inconsistent. The Seahawks have been the longest battle with us for the top of the division. Yeah, but to Seattle, y'all are like their second rival. You're not their first. them and San Fran, they're like mortal enemies.
It's true, but like for me as a Giants fan, like Philly, we hate Philly. We're gonna hate Philly first.
Yeah, Giants and
Out of
Philly,
everybody.
Washington and Philly. You know what I mean? Dallas and New York, Dallas and
Dallas and
Washington.
everybody kind of.
Right. But
yeah, Dallas and their whole division.
Dallas is a rival, but it's the rival that everybody joins in with me. They're like, oh fuck.
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's on your side when it's
Yeah.
time for that one.
But Philly is unique to New York in terms of
Kevin Michael Von Magnum for $5. He says, I hate Jim Irsay as he drunkly Mr. Magoo his way into success. Colts deserve having Andrew Luck retiring and their team coming up short. And that's what they continue to do since his departure.
Yeah.
And also, finally, we have a $5 super chat from Alex Moreno again. He says, Cardinals, is minor rivalry for us. We
old
mostly hate
NFC
Seattle
West,
as of
please.
late.
Yeah.
There's no team we've had more altercations with in the past 6 seasons than them. Boy, y'all really want to be Seattle's #1 enemy.
Yeah.
But they
he
have to
wants
see
it.
you as that too. They have to see you as that. I don't think they do.
They want Senpai to notice them.
Yeah.
Notice me.
And Alex Moreno for 5 again. Hey, Alex, appreciate these super chats, my friend. He says, Uche, Baldy, Arball, Justin, it was a pleasure, gentlemen. I have to flip to my stream. I'll tune back in once wrap it up. Thanks for the comedy.
Yep. He's on the
Yeah,
parking
Alex said
lot.
he's doing hey man, get us your link and we'll blast that link out there before the end of this stream. So
Yeah.
we can send people there. All right, so let's move on, gentlemen. We are now looking at Washington at Denver.
Ooh.
This is a paradox of a game. These
It's
teams
a,
Trash teams.
bad
God,
team.
horrible matchups this weekend.
Yeah.
bad.
The worst matchups are always the ones that are randomly competitive, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
fight. It's like 2 white belts. Like I said, 2 white belts fighting. They're just so bad,
This
but
one is
entertaining to watch.
This is a really weird matchup. I think I'm going with Washington on this one. I'm not.
I said Washington just because Denver's so bad. They lost to a scout team last week. So
yeah,
Yeah.
like they're
Denver.
not.
Shit.
Yeah,
Washington's
they're
too
not
busy
holding
deleting
it
emails
down.
right now.
Yeah. They're
Oh, but didn't you
They're
hear
in the server room.
neither him nor his wife were the ones that leaked the announcement?
Oh,
Yeah, it's not the truth. Also, it's 1-0 Astros, by the way. So, in case
Okay.
you have
Oh
any-
fuck! Oh yeah, World Series on. All right, we got to.
Yeah, I don't want it to be a sweep. I want it to be a 7-game World Series.
No, I want
everyone
this shit
wants
to
to
be.
be a
I want
seven-game
this shit
World
to be a sweep. I want it to be a 4-game knock them the fuck out of here sweep.
Well, you want him to win in Atlanta.
I mean, Saturday,
yeah.
Saturday here will be the game 4.
Yeah, we trying to
Yeah.
get this
I
shit
don't think-
over with here.
I don't think it's going to be a sweep. I'll tell you that.
I don't think
Nah,
it's a
it's
sweep.
not gonna be
Houston's
a
too
sweep.
strong
There's
to be
no
a
way.
sweep.
Houston
But,
is very
Yeah,
good.
if it goes
they're not gonna
7,
let
I
that
mean,
happen.
game 7 here would be.
Lit.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to think,
it's
like,
gonna be, bro.
$50,000 tickets.
Game.
It's going to be in Houston, but
yeah,
like
yeah,
in Game
yeah.
7, you'll have a watch party in Atlanta.
They do
ATL will
2-3-2
be
in
like,
baseball?
they'll be on fire though.
Man,
Okay, I
if
did
they fuck
not
us
know
up
that.
like that and make us have a watch party in Atlanta for Game 7, that'd be some bullshit.
Yeah, but the way that goes, it goes 2-3-2 in the World Series.
Yes.
Yeah. 2-3-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
But hold
So
on.
you want
wait,
him to win it in
2-3-2?
5.
Yeah, you want him to win in 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this is it for Atlanta. This is getting them. This might, get part of that monkey off our back. We'll see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, let's see what we got. Chat. Where are we putting these two teams? They're both trash. So let's
Spare some change. They need more than change. They need they need handouts.
These motherfuckers are halfway to here. They should know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They should know that. Just putting people like Perna on notice. Perna, you guys are halfway to boiling sewage.
Yeah.
At the port of
they'll
New
be there.
York.
They'll be there. They'll be a 3-14 team possibly.
Ooh.
I don't think they're going to be
They'll be the river monster of the port of boiling sewage.
Ugh.
I mean, they'll take the time the jingles, but they'd rather have the
And
title.
they beat the-
I mean, they still have to play Washington, I think.
Yeah.
Uh,
They beat the Giants, and they didn't just beat the Giants. They beat the crap out of the Giants.
Yeah, they also play Philly, so they may get 4 or 5.
All right, next up, we got them Buccaneers at New Orleans. I think this is a trap game for Tampa Bay.
Really?
division game.
I
Yeah,
think
it's a
a trap
division game.
New Orleans is too
Yeah.
inconsistent. It depends which team comes out.
But yes, you
And
don't know what you're gonna
that's
get.
what I think. That's what Tampa Bay is going to go in with the assumption of, and kind of feel like that's where they're going to take advantage of them. But I also feel like New Orleans is mostly inconsistent when they're not in New Orleans. When they're in New Orleans,
That's a different beast.
them
Talking about
motherfuckers are hard to
Superdome.
beat.
Wasn't
Yeah,
New
they're-
Orleans the game
They're drunk
last
right
year
now.
that sent Tampa on the winning it was the wake up call? Was that the game?
Yeah, because that was the season opener for them.
Yeah.
I think it was because I did a breakdown on that.
Yeah.
Their offensive line was getting abused by New Orleans, like
Yeah.
literally. Like
So I don't
it was
know.
bad, yeah.
You want Tampa to win this so that they lose later in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
but this is literally a 50-50 game. Like it's really not it's not a matter of how much they're going to, whether or not they can just, roll over them. This series, these two teams always have like kind of, they have some physical games. And New Orleans is definitely a different team in the Superdome. It is not an easy place to play. Fuck. I played there. It's not easy.
I think it's louder than Seattle.
Yeah, what is it? Tree, weren't you?
No, it's not louder than Seattle. It's
the
not
ceiling tiles.
Y'all weren't the rival.
Okay, yeah.
I remember we played in that first game back after Katrina. I couldn't hear myself inside my helmet yelling to the guy next to me.
Damn.
That's how it was when we were playing in Seattle.
Like I remember, like I was feeling like phantom pains the next day just from being like, around all that fucking noise.
Right, and it's concentrated on you down there. It's not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and those fuckers probably have been drinking, for a whole week.
They came in that mug belligerent to
for a Falcons game. That place. I mean, I would love to be.
That was y'all's rival.
How do you run an offense? Like, does Matt Ryan not audible? He's like, fuck, we're just gonna run the play.
Hey, that's what we got. We can't change it.
Mm-hmm.
We do our best to do some hand signs. Everything is on silent. The whole game.
Shit.
You're just
hey, and the quarterback, sometimes you'd be like, motherfucker, go on silent too. Motherfucker, just stand off on that shit.
They got the silent
one.
one.
On silent one.
They got it. They got it timed up. Cam Jordan's cut off the end, buddy.
Come on. They got it timed up. Make it 2.
Just give me like 3 of them for the whole game.
Mix
That's
it
all
up.
I need.
And the first time he go 2, a motherfucker jumped the fuck offside like a dummy. You'd be like,
One of
God
us
damn.
goes, like you asked for it, and now you fucking jump
Said
off.
go on 2. Now you fucking can't go on 2. Now what do you want me to do? I'm going on 1. Fuck it. Oh shit. Knock my damn mic off.
Yeah, that place was something else though.
Yeah, Tree, you said SeatGeek sent you there and like.
Yep. Steeler game in 2019, which
It was rough in the stands.
Oh yeah, it was intense.
They're not intimidated. You cannot intimidate New Orleans fans in that.
There's some unsavory folk.
I mean, a lot of
There will be
Steelers
no
fans made the trip
intimidating
down, but at the same time, it's like it was a loud stadium.
Yeah, very loud stadium. Very loud. All right. And I think we got them in the right space. Saints are fighting for the right, and Bucks are, still bad guys.
Yeah.
Next up, and we only got 2 games left here. We got the Cowboys at Minnesota. Cowboys favorites in this, minus 135.
Is Dak going to play, though?
They don't know about Dak right now.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's at 135.
Yeah,
They don't know
otherwise
about
it'd be
Dak.
pretty high.
They'd be like 500 or 600 under on that. So, I mean, I feel like Cowboys obviously are sitting in it's my turn. And, I'm not giving them that pleasure.
But they're always the bad guys, even when they're trash. That's all.
Even when they trash, we take joy in seeing you get stomped out.
We give you 1-6. We're the bad
every
guy.
time. I cannot see Minnesota having a chance at winning this game because it's pure Dallas to go on this big run and then just fall apart against the team you should beat.
That's the Dallas creed. They're going to be good all season. 13-3, 5 years in a row, 8-8. But then they're either not going to make the playoffs or they're going to get knocked out as soon as they get in.
I hope so. I hope so.
That's
This is the year.
Because
this is the year.
They've got a fairly favorable schedule. I mean, they haven't.
It's pretty
their
fucking
division
good.
is fucking a joke. Their division.
Yes. That's 6 free ones right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Their division's a joke, bro.
We'll see it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know they'll win this game, but whatever.
That's all right. Just give
And
us some more
these
fuel.
Vikings, the Vikings don't give me hope. I mean, let's be real. We're not expecting them in the postseason.
No. They're up and down all the time. Just whatever.
And that's the thing about the NFL. These teams don't really have big differences in talent across the board. All these teams. The level of talent, the difference in level of talent from any NFL team is minute compared to the other factors that determine how you win or lose. Consistency has always been the biggest difference between any team in the top 5 or 10 teams and then the rest. So, it's never about talent. It's about consistency. Anyways, all right. Last game up. We got, and this one is, I mean, these boys need this one. I mean, it's, I'm
Okay,
sorry,
see.
5, but I think
Oh, you
they
don't need
might
to apologize.
they might have that bounce back. We got the Giants at Kansas City. Kansas City minus 425.
Isn't their secondary banged up though?
Yeah. You know what? I'll put 100 on the Giants. Fuck it.
What? Oh, okay. I wouldn't go that far. Okay.
I mean, hey, they got
Oh.
these Chiefs are spiraling right now. It can get
Yeah.
worse for them.
This
It can
is the
get
bounce
worse for
back
them.
game. At home on Monday? Yeah, no. Giants
Hey.
fucked.
Atlanta just tied at 1-1, FYI. Travis Darnold home
Giants
run.
Trash.
Ooh.
Giants trash.
Yeah, you're right. Let me take that 100 off of there.
Yeah. Take
Thank you
that
for
100 off the
convincing me.
board. At home on a Monday, they're gonna have pictures
Yeah.
of
And a
young.
must
Ain't no
win.
way. Ain't no way.
Must win.
Ain't no fucking way.
No. That would be the upset of the fucking century right there.
They might, yeah.
And
They might run
it's
this
not
thing up to like
happening.
3 or 4 scores.
They're still trash.
Mhm.
And the Chiefs
Now,
are
if Mahomes was out,
fighting for the right.
yeah, I would say
Yeah.
something, but no.
Did he practice
No,
today?
I hear you on that.
Yeah, he's been cleared. Like he's
Okay.
cleared to return.
Yeah,
to
they
the game.
they said he didn't have a concussion, which I find fucking hard to believe
That's
when he
really
was
weird.
unconscious again.
Does he not have vertebrae? I mean, did you see that fucking hit?
Did you see his body after the hit? He was unconscious. He was not
Yeah.
even awake.
He bent forward like this, and then he got hit, and then he got knocked out, and then he woke up. He probably the next thing he remembers is his brother doing TikTok dances. He was like,
I
Oh,
know,
God.
right?
Yeah, there's apparently like a TikTok dance of him just like sitting at a table while his wife and Jackson are just like dancing. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, come on. He's
Gotta
probably
be
dying
he's got to be
inside.
embarrassed. He's probably so embarrassed. That's probably part of why he's playing bad. He's like,
Well,
"Goddamn!"
Well, he knows his brother's just using him for clout.
Yeah. He's like, look at this fucking little clout chaser piece of shit. He say he dropped out of college, said, fuck it. I'm gonna live the life of Mahomes. Like first billionaire athlete. Get the fuck out of here. I would be pissed if I was Patrick Mahomes dealing with that. I'd be so pissed. I'd do him. I would do them like Aaron Rodgers did his family when they start acting up.
Right.
yeah.
Or be
So,
like,
motherfucker,
Shaq,
The timing might.
like, we ain't
I
rich.
changed
I'm
my
rich.
number. Yeah.
We ain't rich.
You know what I mean? But anyways, that is the Week 8 tier maker stream. I'm yours, Herbert Lyman Uche. Whenever appreciate you guys for being in here tonight. Again, thanks to my co-hosts here, 5 Points Vids, Justin Blalock, Urinating Tree. Guys hanging out with me each and every week. Y'all are making this really enjoyable and well worth the time, man. I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely
Now, where is a couple of quick orders of business there? Alex Moreno, if you want me to put your stream out there, drop a link.
I think they went. I think they
He
left.
actually had to do the
Oh, they
stream.
left.
It's called the
thing,
parking lot. So
All right, everybody go check out the parking lot after this with Alex Moreno. He's doing his thing over there. Appreciate him showing his support today. But anybody else got anything they got going on that they want to talk about before we jump off this live stream?
nah, man, I'm good.
Good to go.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
everybody. Well, we will catch you on the next Tier Maker next week, next Wednesday, same time, same place, 7 p.m. Eastern. Appreciate y'all very much. Y'all have a good one. We is out of here.